What is up? Epstein didn't kill himself. Fam! What's going on, everybody? How are you? Sorry for the technical difficulties, which seem to be still plaguing Periscope for some reason. I'm not sure. Anyway, I got to get my message out. So the message is this. In 1 hour from now, you got to go to the MAGA Coalition YouTube channel or Periscope channel or Twitch channel. And they will be covering the Kentucky special election the minute that the polls close. Or within a few minutes, you know what I mean. Nothing happens the minute the polls close. Anyway, you're talking about the best political commentary there is from Adam Gingrich. Adam Gingrich. That is Gingrich _of_PA. But more importantly, MAGA Coalition YouTube, Twitch, Periscope channels. You guys check it out. On Twitter, that's @RealMAGAPack. So you guys got to check it out. I seem to have a few people here. So I'm going to pimp one of the great folks, and a cheers to him. I haven't started my imbiber yet because SNL hasn't started. So, you know, if I start drinking before, holy crap, I won't make it through the night. Anyway, Slider Blaze 2. He has a app, if you guys don't know, on iPhone, on Apple Store. He is not paying me, or did he even ask me to pimp him? I just see a guy that's quietly, tirelessly working for the MAGA fam, for President Trump, and for the ultimate goal. Trump 2020, baby. That's all that matters. Cheers to you, Slider. And in that vein, I'm going to show you guys just a little bit of what Slider is about. And get my ugly mug off the screen. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, from @SliderBlaze2 on Twitter, and you can see this at his YouTube channel, To the Republic app. That's right, all 4 of those words. This is Idiocracy Impeachment Edition. Wow, I get a phone call. Ain't that great?
As the 21st century began, human evolution was at a turning point. Natural selection, the process by which the strongest, the smartest, the fastest reproduced in greater numbers than the rest, a process which had once favored the noblest traits of man, now began to favor different traits. Most science fiction of the day predicted a future that was more civilized and more intelligent. But as time went on, things seemed to be heading in the opposite direction, a dumbing down. How did this happen? Evolution does not necessarily reward intelligence. With no natural predators to thin the herd, it began to simply reward those who reproduced the most and left the intelligent to become an endangered species.
Hearsay can be much better evidence than direct.
So, in this impeachment hearing today, where we impeach presidents for treason or bribery or other high crimes, where is the impeachable offense in that call? Are either of you here today to assert there was an impeachable offense in that call? Shout it out. Anyone?
Well, we're waiting.
This is a story about an effort to coerce, condition, or bribe a foreign country into doing the dirty work of the president. This is a story about
Do you have any information regarding the President of the United States accepting any bribes?
No.
Do you have any information regarding any criminal activity that the President of the United States has been involved with at all?
No.
That, my friends, is Slider Blaze 2. And this little bundle of fire is Frank Sinatra. And she is on tilt right now. She wants to go out and play with the kids and the dogs. But when that happens, things start getting a little crazy. Anyway, she has the brightest blue eyes. Obviously why she's named Frank Sinatra. Guys, Slider Blaze. I mean, the production value there is excellent. The message is even better. Go to his app. Or why don't I just pimp him a little bit more and show you something about his app. I could do that after all. So let's go ahead and just look over here at, 144 subscribers. That's a gosh damn shame. That means he's being held down in a big way. The guy's got his own fucking app. And it's a good one. I'm subscribed to it. This is some more of his fantastic work. Adam Schiff is a gossip girl.
As we sit here testifying, the president is attacking you on Twitter. And I'd like to give you a chance to respond. I'll read part of one of his tweets. Everywhere Marie Yovanovitch went turned bad. She started off in Somalia. How did that go? He goes on to say, later in the tweet, is a U.S. president's absolute right to appoint ambassadors. First of all, Ambassador Ivanovich, the Senate has a chance to confirm or deny an ambassador, do they not?
Yes, advisory consent.
But would you like to respond to the president's attack that everywhere you went turned bad?
You know you love me. XOXO. Gossip Girl.
And I'm back. Wow. If any of y'all made it through the last few minutes where I was muted, thanks for sticking around. Holy shit. Wow. I have to, like, mute myself on the soundboard because as I'm listening to my show yesterday and the video I made and whatnot, I could hear everything I was saying in the background to the kids. Give me 45 minutes. Even some colorful language popped in by, some people who won't be named. I realized the mute function on my mic doesn't work anymore. So that was quite embarrassing. So now I'm having to go in here to my mic and So you guys don't get the background of the 4 kids and the chaos that is ensuing. 4 kids, 2 dogs, and a goldfish. Not to mention my cat here, who's just like on tilt. Frank Sinatra, old Blue Eyes. Wow. I don't know how long the diatribe was. I mean, I basically just explained to you guys how to cure cancer. I explained to you guys what's going to happen in the 2020 election and beyond. You know, I went as far as 2300 on where, you know, politics is. I'm sorry, I just can't repeat all that. I just can't. And I don't even know where the hell I was at. It sucks. That's what sucks. I do know this. I was pimping Slider Blaze and his amazing freaking work. This guy is doing what has to be done. I wanted to get on tonight. I had to talk to you guys about the Kentucky special election. This is the big one. This is the last time the tea leaves are being read for 2019 before 2020. And we know what 2020 is. That's the year, yo. Trump 2020. That's all that matters. That's my new catchphrase. I'm going to say it every show. Because that's all that matters. Anybody that gets in the way of that, you dungy. Grifters, scammers, Bill Pulte, philanthropy, all these folks. You guys get in the way of Trump 2020 and our country having the chance to be saved. Because we're not there yet. If Trump doesn't get reelected, we're dungy. But we have a chance if we can get him elected in 2020. It starts tonight. It is 6:10 my time, which means that there's 50 minutes left in Kentucky, as far as I know, to go vote. So if you're in Kentucky, get your ass out there, go vote, okay? It has to happen. We need it. All right, I do apologize for all the technical difficulties I've been having here lately. I'm a little rusty, and I wasn't very fucking good when I left. But the fact that my mic's mute button doesn't work anymore does make for some hot mic moments, you know? Speaking of hot mic moments, yeah, you guys aren't going to believe this. I told you that I get these drops. And they're not dilly drops, damn it. They're actually legit. But, you know, I've got some audio here that I'm going to pull up by a very great man. A very great man, Jordan Peterson. I know you guys know who Jordan Peterson is. And this is not confirmed, but, you know, I cannot guarantee this is actually Jordan Peterson, but, you know, it sure sounds like him, but I'm not sure. It's, I'm just going to have to let you guys, you know, hear for yourself. Or not. Maybe it's just not even going to let me do it. Oh, there it is. I've got this audio. You guys tell me if it's legit.
Bill Mitchell's studio computer has a coat hanger and duct tape. One of the strangest contraptions I've ever seen.
Holy cow.
Bill Mitchell's studio computer has a coat hanger and duct tape. One of the strangest contraptions I've ever seen.
Wow. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure old Bill Mitchell's going to say that isn't Jordan Peterson, but, you know, the guy, whoever's doing that impression, holy crap, man. Oh, there's another one.
Bill has to turn off the big studio computer. You know, the one used for GoFundMe scams.
Oh, I can't breathe! Oh, shit!
Bill has to turn off the big studio computer. You know, the one used for GoFundMe scams.
Oh, shit! Wow. I cannot confirm nor deny that that was Jordan Peterson talking about Bill Mitchell's studio computer. And we all know what goes on, the Bill Mitchell studio computer. I mean, that's something I did say. If you guys watch my hand signals, because I know I went into this while I was muted. So I'm pretty sure when I watch this back, this is going to be fucking hilarious for me. You guys probably turned it off long ago. I'm not looking at who's doing what. I haven't seen any chat. I'm just freestyling. Blah, 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 blah. And not very well. Not very well. But, you know, my God. Have I ever done it well? Shit. I mean, but I have affected some change. I have done some good things. You know, fuck ton of funny moments for people to laugh at me. You know, no doubt. If you guys don't know, tonight, MAGA Coalition in 47 minutes is going to break down the Kentucky special election. That's the big shit, yo. This is it. It's going to be a good one. This is going to be a hell of a show. We get SNL 2 hours early. And if I know Adam and Glenn, that ain't going to stop them. They're going to be just getting going around 11 p.m., 12. Well, maybe they'll invite some guests. All right. Back to the man of the hour. Slider Blaze 2. He's doing good work, yo. He's the man of the hour because I said so. And this is my show. It ain't because I'm getting pimped or paid or getting wooden spoons out of this shit. It's because the man's doing good work and he needs his message out there. If you want to know what To the Republic app is, if you want to know what To the Republic app is, here you go. Noise. That's noise, see? To the Republic app. Check out his YouTube channel. You can see all this great shit. Day 2, Devin Nunes opening statement. You guys want to see that? Or you've probably already seen it. I know one thing. The reason I had these technical difficulties earlier was because I was trying to process a freaking video that I'm downloading to YouTube at the same time I tried to stream. That doesn't work. So I need to lean over here so you guys can see me. All right. If you want to know why you use To the Republic app, this is why. It's like a brain sending out signals, and it's getting through all the censorship, see? That's what's happening, see? Awesome. You know, I like this guy. He works tirelessly on all these things and puts out quality, high quality videos. And you think it's going to stop? No, it's just freaking starting, guys. This one here was one of his top notch. It's got 182 views. It should have had 182 views the first day. Why does this video have 182 views? Do you know why? Because this video not only speaks truth, it hits the libtards and the MSM and the one narrative they don't want spoken. Enjoy.
Look how much African American communities have suffered under Democratic control. To those I say the following. What do you have to lose?
record. That's not what I said. That's not what I said at all. You didn't listen to what I said.
In a prison cell, and I'm in the White House. That's continue to make America great again.
Trump 2020. That's all that matters. Now, I know you guys are like, damn, how did we not know about this guy? Well, that's pretty easy. They do keep this feller down, you know. You can't have these kind of messages getting out to the people. The only way we fight that is go to his page and hit the like button. When you hit like on that video, believe it or not, this is how shit works. Their algorithms are designed to keep people down, but when you hit like, then all of a sudden it opens up a little more for Slider Blaze's stuff will go on more timelines because you hit liked. It's like, oh, that's more popular. So it'll open it up to another swath. More people will watch it, more people will hit like. That's how these videos gain traction. That's a couple months old. It has less than 200 views, guys. It's like, I know, it ain't your fault, it ain't my fault. Most of us don't even know about this shit. But it's time to start. This is the only way we're going to get good messages out. Take videos like this, go to the share button, hit copy URL, and then go to Twitter and start spamming people's timelines with it. People that matter. The Candace Owens. President Trump, he isn't necessarily going to see it, but others will on his timeline. Dan Scavino, of course. Brad Parscale, of course. These messages have to get out, guys. They have to. There's no doubt. What I'm going to do right now, because I was trying to put together videos for day 2, and it was just... It's funny. I kept catching these fucking Trump commercials, 1-minute gems. Text 88022. Text Trump to 88022. And he encapsulated this shit spot on. So I'm going to try and find a couple of those. Then I'm also going to refresh my Dropbox because I know there's something special in there. From my friend TJ Maga 1, who's also been putting out phenomenal short movie scenes. You know, she's the meme goddess, of course, but she's putting out these succinct things with the attention span that people have nowadays, which is fucking nil. My 30-minute fucking programs, yeah, I get very few views. No doubt. No doubt. I need to start grinding, you know, doing my show and then taking the segments and putting them out, because these people need 2 minutes tops and their head starts to freaking explode and they start looking for something else. So we need, you know, succinct messages in quick form, which is something I'm not very good at, if you hadn't noticed. But I do what I can. Anyway, I'm going to try and find, I've seen a few of them that were just freaking hilarious, man. And it's all 100% right there. Okay, cool. I got to get out of that. If you guys don't know, if you're just joining us, MAGA Coalition channel in 37 minutes, they will be going over this impeachment bullshit the last week, which has been so good for us. But more importantly, they will be going the last true test of the year, the tea leaves, the referendum on Trump, the Kentucky gubernatorial race. If you're in Kentucky, you got 37 minutes. You better get down there quick, yo, and vote for Eddie Rispone. Eddie Rispone. All right, I got to go to my Twitter main page. Maybe I have to go to my likes or something, and I'll be able to find it quicker. Not always the easiest thing to do, especially because I tweet 478,000 things every day. Oh, there is one that I have to show you, though. Yeah, that's going to be... That's going to be way on down, I'm sure. All I can say basically is free fucking Roger Stone. That's ridiculous. I think Adam said it best. There are no clean mud wrestlers. None. And I have no doubt, not even a little doubt, that Roger Stone is definitely going to be pardoned fully. Alright, let me straighten this screen up right here. This is probably the biggest takeaway from day 2. One of the biggest, 24 seconds long. This guy, oh god dang it, Stewart, I think his name is. Of course. This guy Stewart did well both days in setting up questions to basically blow the narrative right out of the freaking water. And I gotta tell you, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with Elise Stefanik. My God. It's good to see some freshman GOP members knowing that if they're going to survive in this political climate, they have got to fight. And that's what they're doing. So kudos. And I will get this guy's name right. He deserves that.
Madam Ambassador, as you see it here before us, very simply and directly, do you have any information regarding the President of the United States accepting any bribes?
No.
Do you have any information regarding any criminal activity that the President of the United States has been involved with at all?
No.
Thank you, Madam Ambassador. As you see it here before us, very simply and directly, do you have any information regarding the President of the United States accepting any bribes?
No.
Do you have any information regarding any criminal activity that the President of the United States has been involved with at all?
No.
Thank you, Madam Ambassador. As you see it here before us,
I'm not sure if they're remembering how to fight or if they're learning how to fight. I know that there's some of them that have known how to fight. There's no doubt that Jordan is one hell of a fighter. Nunes, one hell of a patriot and a fighter. These guys are doing the work. Matt Gaetz, he's another one that ain't scared to mix it up. But the Elise Stefanik and this representative right here, I'm very proud of them because they're getting to the point. I don't know if you noticed what he did right there, but he basically quashed their next fucking step. Their next step. First it was freaking they held back aid, and then he held back a meeting with the president, and then he had to freaking say publicly that he was going to investigate Biden, and all this shit. The next step is bribery. What's after that, guys? Obstruction. It's so easy. I stick by my prediction. I don't know what Adam's going to say, but I don't know. By this time next week, I do not think the impeachment sham is going on anymore. And if it is, man, it's close to death at that point. But I don't think it's going to be there. I think Nancy's going to pull the plug. She might even do it beforehand, but I'm anxious to find out what old Adam Gingrich and Glenn Herman, New York City Guns, Gingrich of PA, the MAGA Coalition with Ginger McQueen, the only ones out there putting out real content without the gaslighting. So you got to go to the MAGA Coalition YouTube channel tonight, guys. That's important. That's imperative. YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, whatever your preference. That's huge right there. I'm going to see if I can go ahead and... Oh, yeah. We all love this little lady right here. Friend of the show, Mindy Robinson. If you guys don't know, she is starring in a movie called Christmas Cars. It's with John Schneider. I found what I was looking for, Kay! Anyway, I'm going to let you guys... Okay, you can see that. Cool. Let's see. John Schneider, Bo Duke. He's basically art imitating life in this movie. It's called Christmas Stars, and it's about a guy who 30 years ago or 40 years ago played in a TV sitcom with an orange sports car called the General Lee. And yeah, exactly. That Mindy Robinson, that Bo Duke, John Schneider, it's basically Dukes of Hazzard 2. I'm fucking really stoked about that. And Mindy has a starring role. So congratulations to MAGA Coalition friend Mindy Robinson. Another stalwart out there fighting the dipshits and the freaking scammers and grifters and patriots, P-A-Y, the MAGA commerce merchants, all those fuckers that are trying to make money off our president, making him look bad in the meantime. Fuck all of them. There's some good ones, though, and Mindy Robinson's one of them. So I suggest you guys check out her vlog, Red, White, and FU.com. Oh, yeah. Cassandra Fairbanks wins the internet, at least this portion of it, yesterday, when she was responding to Meghan McCain, saying that Roger Stone needs to rot in hell. Because it's very obvious that Meghan McCain wants Stone to rot in hell, just like
My father, my father, my father's my father.
I mean,
my father, 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 my father's my father, 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 my father's my father, my father, my father's my father, my father, my father, my father's my father, my father's my father, 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 my father. My father, my father, my father's my father. I mean, my father, 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 my.
I think we got the point. Well played, Cassandra. Well played, Cassandra. And, you know, while I'm here, I got a few more minutes. We might as well play the Deplorable Choir.
Roger Stone did nothing wrong, leave Roger Stone alone. Roger Stone did nothing wrong, leave Roger Stone alone. Then went to the White House, helped himself to some chicks. Then Hillary intimidated, asked Miss Broderick. That dirty duo lined their pockets at our expense, and those knew the truth would go down. Just ask Seth Rick. Hey, Roger Stone did nothing wrong, leave Roger Stone alone. Roger Stone did nothing wrong, leave Roger Stone alone. When you mess with the Clinton,
He did nothing wrong that the FBI need to press when they bash away in his home. I guess that was a demonstration of intimidation. Anyone think that's a bit amazing or humiliating? It's a witch hunt. They said he lied about the emails. They went to the media without providing the details. The new state wanna shut us down, but will prevail. They thought they had the power, but they the ones that can DL. He exposed the truth, and they don't like that. But we can't fold, can't kneel, so we fight back. Roger Stone is taking all the hits, all the bullets, all the licks. So sometimes that's what you gotta do to get on the right track.
You mess with the Clinton, there's a target on your back. It's a suicide or jail for life or a sudden heart attack. They'll call you Russian assets when they're all out of luck. Tell me how'd you get obstruction when there's nothing to obstruct? Roger Stone did nothing wrong, leave Roger Stone alone. Roger Stone did nothing wrong, leave Roger Stone alone.
Alright, gotta give them girls credit. That was pretty awesome. I enjoyed that. The beat was good. The beat was good. Should I do a review video on that, since that is the new thing? Oh yeah, if you guys didn't know, Yovanovitch fucking spied on Jack Posobiec? What? Damn, that's creepy, Jack. Poso! She wants to see your parts. Yes, shout out to all the folks that have donated to Miss Stefanik and her re-election campaign, because that one's a keeper. I'm back, and Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. This is true. Let's see. Oh, yes. I did want to play this. I know we're down on time. I've got 6 minutes here. What I'm going to do is skip to the end of this. When Jim Jordan let fucking Adam Schiff know just how us Republicans feel about this motherfucker. I'm gonna skip to the important part.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ambassador, thank you for being here. Thank you for your service to our country. Ambassador, should ambassadors ever try to influence host country elections?
I mean, he played her. If you missed it, I'm going to let you watch it. And then I'm going to play TJ MAGA.
No.
I think you said in your opening statement, partisanship of this type is not compatible with the role of a career foreign service officer. Is that right?
Yeah.
But that's exactly what happened in 2016. In August of 2016, the very month you went to Ukraine as our ambassador, the Ukrainian ambassador here in the United States, Ambassador Chali, wrote an op-ed in The Hill, said this: Trump's comments send wrong message. So the very month you're over there as our ambassador to Ukraine, Ambassador Chali writes that op-ed, and it wasn't just that attack, as Mr. Castor got into earlier, it wasn't just that attack on the president. We had former Ukrainian Prime Minister Yatsenyuk, who criticized candidate Trump. We had Mr. Avakov. I believe earlier you said, Ambassador, that Mr. Avakov was the individual who first alerted you to the efforts of Mr. Giuliani. Mr. Avakov, back during this same time period, in the months just prior to the 2016 election, called then candidate Trump all kinds of names, called him a terrorist. And of course we have Mr. Lyshenko, a member of parliament, who was a source for Fusion GPS and now somewhat famous dossier that flowed from Fusion's work. He said this in the Financial Times again in August of 2016 when you first arrived in Ukraine. He said this: the majority of Ukrainian politicians are on Hillary Clinton's side. So you had several high-ranking officials in the government, in the Ukrainian government, and President Poroshenko is president of Ukraine, criticize President Trump, then candidate Trump, all in the late summer and fall of 2016. What I want to know, Ambassador, when this was all happening, did you go talk to anyone in the Ukrainian government about this? Did you go say to some of these officials, hey, you guys need to knock this off, this perception that we got, as Mr. Lyshenko said, the majority of Ukrainian politicians on Hillary Clinton's side, that's not good. Did you have that conversation?
No.
To anyone in the government? Did you talk to President Poroshenko?
No.
Didn't alert anyone in the government?
No.
Well, one of the things we've heard so much over the last 6 weeks in depositions and frankly in the hearing on Wednesday is how important bipartisan support is for Ukraine. Democrats and Republicans agree they want to help Ukraine. In fact, the Democrats' first witness, their star witness on Wednesday, Mr. Taylor said Ukraine's most important strategic asset is this bipartisan support. And you would agree with that, right?
I do.
He said this in his testimony on Wednesday. On September 11th, I learned that the hold had been lifted the next day. Ambassador Taylor said, I conveyed this news to President Zelensky and the Ukrainian foreign minister, and I reminded Mr. Yarmak of the high strategic value of bipartisan support for Ukraine and the importance of not getting involved in other countries' elections. So what I'm wondering is, this is the day after the aid's been lifted that Ambassador Taylor made this statement to the Ukrainian government. And he makes this after there's nothing been done by Ukraine to influence our election. Because President Zelensky didn't announce he was doing an investigation and the aid was lifted. But he felt he needed to say that. But in 2016, when we know that the majority of Ukrainian politicians want Clinton to win, because it was said by a member of parliament, when the ambassador to the United States from Ukraine writes an op-ed criticizing then candidate Trump, when Mr. Avakov calls candidate Trump all kinds of names, nobody goes and talks to him and tells him to knock it off. Did you have any conversations, Ambassador, with Victoria Nuland or Secretary of State Perry about what was going on in 2016 and this majority of Ukrainian politicians being for candidate Clinton and not and opposed to President Trump?
No, I did not.
No one did anything. No one did anything. You see why maybe the president was a little concerned about what went on in Ukraine? And you couple that with the corruption level that we know exists in Ukraine, you add to that this idea that he's not a big fan of foreign aid, why he might be a little concerned about sending the hard-earned tax dollars of the American people to Ukraine?
I'm sorry, is there a question?
There was.
Okay. Could you repeat it, please?
I'm asking.
Time for the gentleman's expired, but I'll allow you to repeat the question.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm asking, maybe we can kind of see why the president was a little concerned when you have the highest ranking officials in the government, the ambassador criticizing him, parliamentary member Lashchenko criticizing him, when you have Avakov, the guy who first told you about Giuliani, criticizing him. All this going on, and when you couple that with the concerns he has about corruption, the concerns he has about Europe not doing enough, the concerns he has about reluctance to send in the hard-earned tax dollars to any country.
Jordan, I have indulged you with extra time, but
I appreciate it.
My indulgence is wearing out.
I appreciate it.
There is a question.
Our indulgence wore out with you a long time ago, Mr. Chairman.
Well,
I'll tell you that.
I'm about to gavel you down, so if you have a question, I suggest you.
I'm asking, do you think there's maybe a reason that this was that President Trump's concern was justified?
Oh my God.
You know, I can't speak for the president on this.
No,
but what I would say
spoke for the president on every
time. With you a long time ago, Mr. Chairman.
With extra time, but
I appreciate it.
My indulgence is wearing out.
I appreciate it.
There is a question.
Our indulgence wore out with you a long time ago, Mr. Chairman. I'll tell you that.
I'm about
to gavel you down.
I'm gonna gavel you down, boy. See, he chuckled. He got a kick out of that himself. That's awesome. That's phenomenal. It's almost as cool as this. I can't even help it.
Bill, put your pants back on, Bill. Bill, what are you doing to Big Bird, Bill? Bill, system failure is imminent, Bill.
Oh, I can't help it. That's funny. I don't give a shit who you are. That is funny. All right, guys, this is the deal. I'm leaving you now, okay? I know, Natalie, it's so funny. Jordan knew what was up. Okay, guys, this is the Dilly-O. In 17 minutes, Kentucky special election coverage and SNL, brought to you by MAGA Coalition YouTube channel. The intrepid Glenn Herman at New York City Guns will be hosting, as usual, Adam Gingrich Gingrich _of_PA at Twitter. Guys, check out the Twitch, Periscope, and YouTube. Or just one of them. You don't have to watch all three at the same time. Anyway, I'm going to leave you now with the great work of what you just saw. That was TJ Maga 1 all day long. At TJ Maga 1 on Twitter. If you want to see the meme goddess at work, try not to get put into one of her memes. Because if you get there, you fucking deserve it. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with her latest 2 awesome movie trailers. These movies are coming out soon. I think one is the Carnival. The Crooked Carnival? The Commie Carnival? I don't know. I don't know which one to do first, so I'm just going to do this one. Enjoy. You've heard of Waterworld. And finally, the Commie Carnival. That is it. That is the one. Golly, I'm trying to find and leave the perfect picture up here. Because if you notice, the last thing you show is the last thing that is the first thing everyone sees on the timeline. So, therefore, let me try and find this goddamn picture. I would think it'd be in my projects because I just put it into a video. I hate when that happens. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you coming in. Go on over to the YouTube channel. We're just going to have to leave something else is up there, and I can't. I'll put my Biden thing up there later because, you know, I do like the Biden. I do like the Biden shiznit. That was a genius meme, and I do believe I'm not allowed to say whose that meme was from. There we go. We'll leave it on this screen right here. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you popping in. More Smooch Camp Panda probably coming at you tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon. I never do anything in the morning. But right now, the important shit is head on over to YouTube. Go by To The Republic app page Go check out TJ Maga 1's YouTube page and, of course, her Periscope. And don't miss the show tonight, guys. See you later. Love you, fam. Peace out. Remember, Trump 2020. That's all that matters.